meteorologist Dan Zionka in the Weather Authority Center. Dan, I heard you earlier. You mentioned rain might be in the forecast. I'm looking forward to that.
I did actually add rain to one of the panels on my 7-day forecast. I don't want you to get too excited about it because we don't have a lot in the forecast, but there is a chance. It's worth mentioning. A couple other things of note as well. Again, we're still tracking increased fire danger overnight in the mountains. Hopefully that won't be a big deal, but we do have a little wind and some dry air out there. I also showed you the air quality map a little while ago, and it's somewhat of a broad map. It doesn't always hit some of the more local microclimates. I just wanted to mention really quickly too, I was looking at some more air quality data in a few backyard weather stations. So these are not official stations that are not necessarily calibrated up to standard. But a few of those stations in the Boulder Creek area specifically are showing unhealthy to unhealthy for sensitive groups air quality, which would not surprise me given that we did have some smoke coming over there. So if you live in the San Lorenzo Valley tonight specifically, maybe Big Basin, San Lorenzo Valley area, maybe even all the way down to Felton, there may be potential for reduced air quality. So if you are very sensitive, make sure keep those windows tight tonight and limit any outdoor exercise in those areas. Everywhere else is good to moderate, and I do expect it to stay that way. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf. Skies mostly clear out there. A few high clouds to the south. That's about it. And temperatures right now pretty mild, 50s, 60s for the most part. Air is pretty dry tonight, so it will be a little chilly by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. But as we take a look at our forecast overnight, some spots in the upper 40s to low 50s. And again, we're just going to keep a few high clouds. No fog expected in the forecast overnight. So let's zoom out a little bit, talk about what is going on out there around the region. And there are those high clouds I was talking about, just kind of sneaking in from the southwest. We can see a storm system. If this was coming directly at us, well, then we'd be talking about some rain, but it won't make it here. And the reason is this big ridge of high pressure sitting over Mexico. This is a pretty massive ridge in scale. I'm going to flip over to a different way to look at it here. And basically you're seeing upper level. These are technically upper level heights, temperatures, et cetera, that we're showing here. And they kind of they show you basically where troughs and ridges are in the mid levels, mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. So we got this big ridge right here. It's been moving across Mexico, sitting off of Baja by the time we get to tomorrow morning. And so it's going to block storm systems to the north and keep pushing them that way. So this storm system, which by the way, we've been talking about for over the course of a week, we've been pointing at this one in the forecast models and thinking, man, if it gets far enough south, but it won't. It's going to stay to the north and pass by as we head into Friday. In the meantime, the ridge will strengthen over the next couple of days, keeping temperatures warm and you know, the air kind of dry. That's the way I expect things to pan out for the rest of the week and into the weekend. But things start to change in the weekend. The ridge starts to pump up some moisture from Hurricane Christy. Christy's not coming here, but some of the moisture will make it up in the high levels. Right now, it looks like it will be displaced from any weather system, so we might just see some high clouds from that. But there is a weather system to the north, which will be moving through Sunday into Monday, and that one could bring us a bit of a light showery chance late Sunday night into Monday morning. That's when I did add a chance of showers in the forecast. We'll also bring some wind and much cooler temperatures, and those cooler temperatures are going to stick around for most of next week as we sit in this colder northwest flow. In fact, that first system moves through Sunday to Monday, but another system will follow sometime mid to late week and could bring some additional precipitation just in time for Halloween. I know we don't want to be dealing with rain when we're trick-or-treating, and we certainly do from year to year, right? We all remember those years where we're trying to trick-or-treat or whatever, do our Halloween thing, and it's pouring out there. We've had a few of those. But right now it doesn't look like anything heavy, but it looks like it's going to be cool and windy at least, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. In the meantime, temps tomorrow, warm, 80s, Boulder Creek, Felton, 70s, Santa Cruz, Scotts Valley at 82 tomorrow, 71 in Capitola, beautiful day on the north side beaches, 60s, Marina, Castroville, mid-70s, upper 70s even in Watsonville, Salinas, 80s in our northern valleys. Cool morning, low 40s for the most part. On over to Monterey, we'll see highs in the 70-degree range, same in Seaside and Carmel, mid-60s out to the edges of the peninsula, and in the Salinas Valley, most of us will be in the low 80s, upper 80s in Bradley, even Carmel Valley and Big Sur in the 80s tomorrow. So a nice warm day for us, and more of those to come as we head into Friday and Saturday. More warm temperatures for the coast. That changes Sunday. Winds pick up. We'll have a chance of showers late Sunday into Monday. Temperatures cooling into the lower 60s. Pretty cool for this time of year. Windy on Monday. And not all that warm next week. Looks like the winds are going to stick around. Maybe some more precip by the end of the week as well. Of course, Wednesday's the 30th, so Halloween just sitting off of the 7-day forecast right now. Inland areas warm for the next several days. We're cooling it off starting Sunday. Wind picking up, shower chances. A little more unsettled. We're going to be watching that closely, so make sure to stay tuned to the forecast.
Will do. Thank you, Dan.